Hello everybody, my name is Ismail and my topic. So basically, I'm here to recruit all of you guys into the. No, I'm just joking. No. Okay, I'm just gonna talk about it. It's not like I support the Manosphere or anything. It's just these concepts are very interesting, and in like today's climate, right, in today's day and age, like it's better to be aware of these things rather than like be blindsided of these things when they suddenly randomly appear. Like there's the show called Adolescence. Like did a somewhat nice job of bringing these topics up, but then it did not bring these topics up like properly. It was just like talking about how violence is perpetrated against women. Yeah. So yeah, I'm Ismail. I like debating basically, and I have ADHD, so I'll keep moving around a lot. So I hope that's not very distracting. Okay. Okay. So this is the talk. So the first thing I want to explain to you guys is I want to talk to you guys about the pills concept. Where have you guys heard of red pill, blue pill, and stuff? Everybody has heard? Then why am I telling this? No. Okay, so so if you guys have heard about it, it's pretty awesome, you know. Okay, so yeah, and then I'll continue on talking about the Manosphere, and then
But I forgot the colors, like what they mean.
yeah, I have it. Okay, nice. They don't do. These are concepts. Huh? Yeah. Yeah, that's what. Actually, I should have not. It'd be funny. Okay, so then and then next I'll go on to some like I'll just the main thing I want to talk to you guys about is like the lingo that incels use. You guys are aware of like what an incel is? Like who are incels? Okay, so you guys will learn. Okay, so then like they have like a way of talking, and it's like very interesting, and it's like really funny once you understand the words, right? It is like actually funny. So I like that because it's funny and you can make lots of jokes using that. So I like that. And what I usually do is I try joining like random groups, and I try to like learn what's going on, like how they think. You know, I've done this with several groups. Like I even joined the incel forums for a while just to see what's going on, just for just to understand like how they think and stuff. Yeah. So the other thing that I've joined, there are other groups, several groups. The one called Tulpas, which is also a very trippy concept. Have you guys heard of the word Tulpa? Yeah, TULP. You've heard of it? Okay. So it's like really trippy, right? So maybe I can talk about this next time. It's like okay. And then the next thing I'll explain to you. Next is like I'll just give you a brief explanation of what incels are, and then like I'll explain the words, like and then I'll go back to this, and then let's see if you guys can understand what was being said. Okay, so the pills. So this is like a small joke, like not the kind of pill you're thinking. Okay, I know. Okay. Okay, so where this pill concept originated is like from the Matrix, the movie. This is like one of the best science fiction movies of all time. It's one of my favorite movies. So in this, you guys have seen the Matrix, right? In this Morpheus, he offers Neo two pills. Like one is the red pill and one is the blue pill. Where if you take the red pill, he'll show you. He says that you'll see the reality of like what the world really is, and the blue pill is just you will forget what has happened and you'll just go back to living your normal life, which is where this concept originated from, basically. Okay, so that's what this is the thing. So what these pills are? So the red pill is like the most basic of pills, basically. So what it is it refers to any kind of political awakening. Like so, how the status quo exists right now, like this, like this something called woke. So it's like the opposite of woke in a way. Like when you get too woke, you are like you're thinking more about people who are oppressed, and then like when you take a pill, you suddenly start thinking like you're exposed to the reality of how situation is. So there are different variations of this. Like one of them is like political awakening side, and then there's also like the Manosphere version of it, which I'll be dealing more of with the Manosphere version rather than the political version. Like for example, if you're like a Congress supporter or something, and then you see things that Congress has done bad, and then you start supporting BJP. Basically, you have been BJP pilled, like in a way, like now you're supporting BJP. Like so, it's like a political awakening kind of a thing. So in that context, I'm talking about the pills. Apart from that, it is like it's more appropriately used in like the incel and manosphere spheres. Okay. So what the red pill is, okay? So when it comes to dating and in the manosphere side, so the red pill is like, so that's why they're saying the reality and what is the blue pill is like what the world wants you to believe, and the red pill is like the reality, right? So normally, like what do people say when you're entering into the dating world and all? Like women, like people care more about your personality, and like it's like looks and all don't matter so much. Like it's what's on the inside that matters and stuff, right? That's like what people usually tell. But then the red pill is like this is what they say. Like women do not care about personality; they care about like looks, money, physique, height, status is much more important than personality for men. Okay, so and then for the incel red pill, it can be explained by something called the 80-20 rule, where it's like 80% of women desire just 20% of men, and then the rest, all the other men are like basically like there's nothing they can do about it. So that is like the concept in the red pill circles. In the incel, like among incels, the red pill represents the realization that feminism has caused a massive shift in power. So I just want you guys to understand that for incels and people in this like spectrum, right? They view sex as the ultimate thing. Like sex is everything. If you're having sex, your life is sorted. If you're not having sex, it's like it's a problem. Like basically, sex is at the forefront of their like brain all the time. They're just thinking about like I want to have sex, I want to have sex and stuff. So that's why you can understand like where this philosophy has like emerged from. So and then since like women, so basically they say that women have like they hold the keys to sex and like men hold the keys to a relationship, which is like women will like allow, right? They'll be like, okay, let's have sex and stuff. It's like they give consent mostly because guys are like ready to sleep with anybody. It's like that's like what everybody thinks, right? Like guys are like, oh, no problem, we can just sleep off. So that's what. So the incels have realized that feminism, like with the emergence of feminism, it has like caused a massive shift, and it has led to hypergamy. Hypergamy basically is another concept in the manosphere where it's like women will always try to reach out to guys who are like better looking, who have more money, more status. They would not settle for someone who is like beneath them, like lower than them in these aspects basically. So that's like something they have come up with. The blue pill is like what I said is like the opposite of the red pill. So like a person can be red pilled or blue pilled. So the blue pill is like women do not really care about all of this. Like personality is more important than the red pill. Which is if you think about it, like this does make sense in a way, right? Like even red pill is like somewhat like makes sense, I guess, in a way. But even this also makes sense. So it depends on what you're picking. Like this once you enter this world of the manosphere, then you're presented with the choice. You can either pick one of these two things, which are the most common pills, basically most important ones. Okay, so that's what. So since the blue pill is a counterpart, it means to be remain blissfully ignorant about how the world works. Okay, so that's what to those who have been red pilled, everyone else is blue pilled. So once you feel like, oh, this is the secret, women care about money and like looks more than this, so they're red pilled. Now everyone else is blue pilled, like these are normies, they don't know the truth and all, like, and they just be like, these guys don't know stuff and all. That's what they'll tell. So there are, yeah. So what we do with learning this? Actually, I cannot lead to this slide. Okay, whatever. I'll just tell you. Okay, so this is like the gateway for the red pill and this movement, right? The manosphere is like a gateway for concepts like pickup artists, nofap, manosphere, and other stuff. Okay, nofap is like this guy is not fapping ever. You guys have heard of it, right? So it's like actually it's just a thing. Okay. Okay, so there are other pills. It's just not like red and blue pill are not the only two pills which are there. There's even a black pill. Black pill is completely like gone, like your gone case. You will never get laid if you are like, if you are ugly, if you don't have money and all. There is no way in hell you're ever gonna get a girl. It's like that's it. It's done. It's like they're so black pilled. They're like they're not even try to better themselves. They'll not do anything. They're just like, no man, I'll not get. It's over. Like there's like completely zero chance for them. They think it's like zero chance. It's not even like 0.1, zero chance. Like P doom zero basically. And then oh yeah, and yeah. No, P sex is zero. Yeah. Okay, so that's what. So they're like completely they against it. So there's a concept called LDAR, which is lie down and rot. That's the only thing that can do. Once a black pill, it's just LDAR, lie down and rot. There's nothing else. It's just like, and they'll be shitting on everyone else who are like, trying to better themselves. They'll be like making fun of them and all. There's a word called cope that they use a lot. When you cope with something, it's if someone is like, no, I will work on myself and I'll get a girl. They're like, look, this guy coping. he's not going to get a girl or anything. So that's what they try to minimize everybody else basically. So the incel community is extremely negative, very pessimistic. If once you enter this community, right, and then you get brainwashed by this, it's like there's no escape because there's nobody supporting. Nobody's gonna be like, we can do it. Let's get them. Like everybody is like, oh, you're not getting. Even I'm also a black pillar. Even you're also black pillar. It's over. Let's LDIR. That's all. That's about it. There is no like betterment at all, which is kind of sad a little bit.
Is that where coke came from?
Yeah, copium. Yeah.
The origin was in the Incel community.
Yeah.
Because coke was used.
And that's what there's so many things which are originated from the incel community, which is why it's interesting. So many words that we use nowadays. Even Gen Z has.
Coke is not the Pepe we were drinking.
That's where do you think like the Pepe sleep and all came from? The 4chan is incel. It's like incel world, dude. Basically, 4chan is basically like the manosphere and the incels world. No, it's like very closely intertwined. So everything is like everything originates from there only. So there are different pills also. It's just not these three. There are also the purple pill is like a mix basically. It's like normal. It's like a nice pill. Yeah, like it can be.
What is the full form of cope?
Cope is just like cope. It's just the word COPE.
So you're coping.
Yeah, like a coping mechanism thing. Yeah. Like if you say no, I'm like I'm gonna get money. I'm gonna get rich. Like you're coping. You're not gonna get money like that. You're just coping. Okay. So the purple pill is like it's like the best of both worlds basically. They're like ready to accept some things in this and some things in that. And like they're like saying some of the things that red pillar says like way too extreme and black pill is too extreme. It's better to be on like the center side. The pink pill is like the female version of the like incel black pill. So basically incels, right? They think like women can't be incels, which is like a thing. Most male incels think women can't be incels. So but then women are incels. And ironically, that's what the original incel was. The first incel was a woman who came up with the word like involuntary celibacy. She created like a website, basically. I think it's Alana's involuntary celibacy project, where she created it so that she could talk with other people who are suffering. And then from that, suddenly dudes also jumped in, and then it became like the whole incel thing. Otherwise, it was like started by a woman, which is funny in a way. Yeah, so the pink pill version is like no matter how fully they embody the perceived ideal of femininity, they will never be attractive to men. Like that is like the pink, like the black pill version of like women, like which is pink pill. There are other pills also, which are a little extreme. So white. So that's what like a person can be anything. A person can be a red pillar or black pillar or like a white pill, like pink pillar. It's like the rape pill where it's like the incels they think that the only way they can get laid is to like rape women. So we have to be on the rape pill. So it's like a dangerous movement. Incels are not like friendly people like hello and all. It's like they're like rape pill and all. So it's like a little bad in a way. That's what incels are like little as in very bad. But the good thing is like most incels are like don't have much guts. So at least we are lucky. Imagine if they're all roided up and full testosterone, but it would be sad. And siege pill is like another extreme version of like the pill where it's like they're against race also. Like incels are extremely racist. Like they're ready to fight against other races and like just to like cause like havoc and cause mayhem. So these are like extreme versions.
These are not just black pills.
Huh?
All the pills come under incels. Or only the
No, if you're an incel, you can choose one of these. Be like, okay, which one do I most identify with? And depends on how long you have been in a part of these forums and like how much you've consumed the content that you're like started thinking these terms. Otherwise, it'll be like Actually, white pill. I kind of forgot. I'll tell you later. Okay, so that's about the pills. Okay, so if you guys did not know, you're welcome. Okay, now the next is the Manosphere that I want to talk about. What is a Manosphere? It's just like a loose collection of communities which deals with concepts related to men. Okay, like PUA, NoFap, MGTOW. And this concept was popularized by adolescents. Like in the new show where they showed, right, like men are extremely violent against women, and till then people knew about it, but it was not being talked about very openly. But that show made like brought it all to the forefront. But the show did not focus a lot on incels, and it did not focus on these topics. It focused more on the violence, which is kind of like a gateway. Like, people who are curious might have like gone and seen more about it.
Sorry, what are the
Yeah. So this is POS, like pickup artist techniques. So if you're part of the pickup artist community, right? So there are a few things that you can do, or like few things you can like. There are a few techniques where you can, if you employ these, your success with women is like much higher. One of them, for example, is something called preening, where you would make sure your appearance is very nice, and then your outfits are like on point every time, and all. That's like a few of these techniques, basically. But it's like 100% you have to do it. It's like a thing, like, and then also learning body language and stuff also is a part of pickup artist techniques. No, Fab is like completely abstaining from consumption of. This is the only positive thing, I think. No, because if you think about it, it's like actually legit nice, like, like, because pornography is also very, like, it's not good for humanity anyways, right? Like, why are we wasting? It's just basically turning all of us into voyeurs. So it's like completely abstain from like consumption of online porn. And MG2W is like men going their own way, where people have realized, like men have realized that there's nothing that men can do, and like getting in a relationship with women just is like causes issues. And nowadays in India also it's becoming very popular, right? They're talking about alimony and stuff. Everybody's like, what is this? If we divorce means money have to go and all. So some subsection of men have gone like MGTOW like pilled. Basically, so they're like, I don't want to interact with women only, I'm done. So there's like a female counterpart to this. It's called the 4B movement. You guys have heard of it? It's something that originated in Korea. Yeah, where they're like, we don't need men anymore. Women are like, there's a female version of this. Like, they're like, we don't need men. What? Yeah, wall cells. They're called wall cells. Yeah. Okay. No. So I'll tell you. Let me go to the lingo. I'll go to the lingo part. Then you'll understand. Okay. So who are famous people? It's some Korean word, dude. Something. Some Sarangeo will be there in the middle. Famous people who are famous, like Manosphere people. Everybody knows Andrew Tate, our Lord and Savior. I'm just joking. Jordan Peterson, everybody knows, right? But then Jordan Peterson did not try to, like, I think his agenda wasn't to become like a Manosphere person, but then since his points are so right wing, and like most incels and all are very right wing, everybody is like started, like, he became like one of the Manosphere's like icons, like, Jordan Peterson. And there's something called Fresh and Fit podcast, if you guys have heard about it. Like, you must be I mean, if you go on YouTube, right, there'll be like videos of, there'll be like two dudes or like how many were dudes, and they'll be surrounded by lots of chicks, and they'll be asking them, what's your body count? And like, you're too dumb, and they'll be trying to show women like they're dumb. You must, like, it's like very popular nowadays on YouTube. This is like extremely popular for some reason, and they have millions of views. It's like they get some sort of like happiness when guys will be seeing like really pretty women like getting shat on, and then like, I don't know. Similar to that, there's another podcast called Water Podcast. If you, like, these people also, like, all they do is just bring pretty women, and then they'll be trying to like, debase them and like, make fun of them. And they're pretty much called mostly like people who do OnlyFans. So it's easier targets, like they'll be like saying, oh, you're doing OnlyFans and then you're like a slut and all. So it's basically just like to make fun of them, and this content is consumed by all, like most, like now, like men nowadays, which gives rise to like thoughts of hatred against women, and then also gives rise to things like adolescence, what happens in adolescence, and all. They'll be reducing women to like, like nothing, like that's all they're fit for his body and stuff. So it's like little bad, not little, like kind of bad. All most right wing activists are like in this, and all anti-feminists are also in the part of the Manosphere, basically. Okay, yeah. So this is these are sentences. I want to ask, can you guys? You just read this and see if you guys can understand what is being said. Huh? Right? It feels like some bad prediction, no? Like GPT-2. See, damn, that Freud has so many beta orbitals around her trying to beat up smack themselves into getting late. Total rope fuel and sweet fuel. Looks like I'll have to pull an ER one of these days. And then it's so hard being a walk-pill cardio-maxer in a car cell gas-cooked state like Arizona. Okay?
Did you make this up?
No. This is like a very nice sentence I just saw. This top one I made it up. But then like you guys understand this, right? But it's like interesting, no? That there's like a entire interesting as in it's English, but then like we don't know what the hell is being said unless you don't know the words, right? So it's like okay. So who are incels? Okay, incels are heterosexual men who blame everything except themselves for their lack of like success, like successful relationships. They blame everything. Like anything happens, they'll be like, no, it's not my fault. Like women, this, that, no, 80-20 rule, juggle, etc., etc. So sad. Okay, so how did we get here? Okay, how did this incel thing become extremely popular? So that's what I was talking about. Like the person who started it, she started saying she's Alana, she's a Canadian woman. She started saying like a thing basically, like an online place where she got people to talk about their problems and not try to discuss and stuff. But then it got hijacked by men and it came to this. And then so after that, eventually everybody went to 4chan. 4chan is like the mother lode for anything right wing. It's like a website. It's like Reddit. Have you heard of Reddit? You know, right? It's like a way people can talk. But the thing about 4chan is it's completely anonymous. Like, you can just log in and type, and it doesn't matter. Like, you don't have to log in. You don't have to do anything. You can just join any of these, forums, and you can talk. And it's all anonymous. So people, if it's anonymous, means people will say whatever they want, right? So it's just like that. But 4chan is good in a way because like most of the memes that you see nowadays originate from 4chan. Everything originates from 4chan. Whatever is popular online starts there, and then eventually from 4chan it goes to Reddit, and then from Reddit it goes to Facebook, and then like from Facebook, like wherever, like everywhere it spreads. So 4chan is like the top, and then after 4chan also got a little bit like people started like becoming more aware of it and all. Then they started. There's another forum. It's called Incel.is. It's like a forum where there's a lot of discussion happening. There are like a million or something posts. Remember I shared that link. I shared with Tarun, and Tarun was like, what the hell is this? So many posts. Like people are so active. People are really active. So then like when this incel thing became popular, so then people started realizing this, like what the hell is this? And then like normal people like us, they got on to it and then started making fun of all these incels. So then there's a subreddit called Incel Tears, where they'll be showing like, look at this guy crying for this and all, like they'll be making fun of them. So it's like a ongoing war between incel. It's called IT. Between incels and IT, there's like a war all the time. They'll be saying, look at this, and they'll be saying, look at this. But it's funny, like to watch this. Okay, so there are several types of incels. Okay, incels is not like a one size fits all thing. There's so many different types of incels. Okay, so how they do is, huh? Words. Oh yeah. Remember, I was like, yo, what the hell? Because it's like this. Okay, so there are different concepts. Like I told the red pill, right? They look at like looks, status, money, etc., etc. So based on those things, they'll assign something as a failure for their reason to get laid, and then they'll be like, okay, I'm that cell basically. See, okay, so they'll add something with a cell. Okay, so then physical traits that they deem responsible for for example, acne cell. If one dude has pimples, I'm an acne cell. Okay, and if a dude is short, he's a height cell, and if one guy is bald, he's a bald cell, and if a guy stutters, he's a stutter cell. So it's like that. You can be so many cells. Okay, and then there are even like harmful versions of this. It's not just like this. There's even like pedo cell, like a person who's like likes children, but he's not able to bang those children, so he's a pedo cell. No, I'm just telling. Okay, so that's what like rape cell also like they think it's like he's incel only, but then he wants rape, so he's a rape cell. Okay, that's what they see. Look at this. They advocate for legalization of rape now. Like who is this? But then the very small minority, as in this is not very popular. Like height cell and bald cell and all are much more like common. Like these things are extreme. Like even in incels, right? There's like a level of extremity. Not everybody is at this max extreme. Like the normal people like a little bit okayish are like still like not like this. This is like a very small fringe community in this fringe community.
The majority is for what? Right?
The majority is just like I'm an incel, basic incel. Premium. This is a premium subscription and all. Okay, and then forget like not just height and all. There's even like even the Asian descent and all. Okay, so if you're in America, like Indians are like curry cells. All Indians. If you're an Indian and you're not able to get laid, you're a curry cell. And then if you're an Asian, like the Chinese, you're a rice cell. Like there are different like that also. And then even like coping mechanisms. Okay, Oh, even religious identity, Muslims are all. And then like incels used to deal, okay, like Kobe mentioned, like one dude, he's trying to go to the gym all the time and he's getting jacked, but he's not able to bang, so he's a gym cell. Okay, escort cell is like a person who's into escorts, but then how would he still be a incel after that? Okay, whatever. But then that still exists. But then that's what, so even incels, right, they're very proud of their like, that the fact that they're incel, okay? Someone is like saying I'm an incel, but they're like, no, not an incel, you're a fake cell. Like, you know, people just lying. They're like so, they would defend the right to be incels, basically.
I have one question.
Uh-huh.
Like people outside the community call them incels, they call themselves incels.
They call themselves incels, and everybody calls them also incel. No? Actually, it's like they started off not as an insult, but now it has become like an insult. But they call themselves incel, and then they also specify it like that. This what, so near self is like someone who almost like, you know, who used to have sex before, but now they're not. So they're like near cells. But then actually it's a little bit sad when it comes to this incels, you know, because there are concepts called KHHV, which is like kissless, hugless, handholdless virgin. Like he's so virgin that he has not even held hands. Like, you know, they're like full platinum grade incels level. Like papa. And then like, you know, there's a joke, right? If you're a virgin by the age of 30, you become like a wizard. So they're like wizard cell also. Okay, so these are like the words that they use. Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm telling. So Chad, you know the word Chad, right? It's become very popular. This also, everything originated from here basically. So Chad is like some dude who's like hot, who like women want to like bang. Huh?
I thought Mark was always there.
Monk also is from incels only. Okay, so Giga Chat is like Giga Chat, like ultra, like, you know, some Hrithik Roshan. He will walks into a room and women like getting wet basically. And then Stacy is like a Chad version of women, like a hot woman is a Stacy. Becky is like an okay woman. Okay. And then mogging is like a very funny concept. Okay, mogging is being better at something than someone else basically. So if you're taller than some dude, you're height mogging him and all. Okay, if you're like, you know, if you're shorter, you'll be like, oh shit, I got height mocked by this guy, I got looks mocked. Basically, it's like that. You know, you can mock someone or you can get mocked by someone. You know, and then based is like this thing where someone says something which is not politically correct, but then someone has said it. People will be like, oh, he said it based. He's based. That also came from like the incel. That's everything came from here, dude. Like, okay, so femoid and foid, okay, these two things. So these people hate women so much that they don't even want to call them women. They don't even want to say like woman or female. So they've created like femoid and foid. Like it's just from, they don't even like, they just want to use these words to further reduce their like, you know, humanity. And then hypergamy concept I explained to you, right? I guess somebody who's really smart, but he's still an incel. So he's an IQ cell. Yeah. Okay. He's like very smart, like Newton. Like Newton, how? Newton was like a virgin, right? So he's an IQ cell. Yeah, Newton died a virgin, dude. I was like, what the hell? Like all that gravity, but couldn't attract it. Like a joke. So femcell is like a female incel, and then so fuel. Okay, anything you add, like how you can add the suffix cell. You can add the suffix fuel to anything, like something that gives you motivation or something that increases the chance of doing it. So, for example, if you are really single and you see like full couples everywhere around you, so it's like that's like rope fuel. Rope fuel is like roping is like to kill yourself. It's called roping. You're like hanging. So watching so many couples around you happily is like rope fuel. Like gives you more, what do you say, like motivation to kill yourself. Yeah. So you can add that fuel to anything. So most of these things, like, you know, same like the cell concept. So sweet fuel also the same thing. Sue is like suicide. And then spinning plates is like a red pill concept where it's like if you're a guy and you're good with women, it's better to not be in a long-term relationship with anybody. You might as well juggle lots of chicks at once. So like if you're a waiter or something, you know, I've seen people spinning plates and so many like, you know, it's like that. The concept arose from here basically. Even the word Riz and like all of this also comes from here only. Like Riz, and I think it was very popular. Now everybody knows what Riz is, right? So beta bucks is like, so see, women like money, right? So if you don't have looks, if you don't have any like, you know, stuff to do, you might as well make money, and then you try to attract women using money. So you're a beta male, but you're using money. So bucks basically like money. So yeah, so it's beta bucks. Okay.
So you have beta bucks or you beta bucks?
No, actually, you can beta bucks max, or you can like, you know, you can be a beta bucks maxer like that. Oh yeah. Okay. Okay, so maxing is like you take something and you improve upon it to increase your chance of getting laid. So if you are like working out, you'll be a gym maxer basically, trying to go to the gym and like trying to get that increase that as much as possible in the chance of getting. If your money means beta bucks maxing, or if your like looks, like if trying to like if you're trying to do skincare and like improve your looks, now it's called looks maxing, like stuff like that. Like the search. Okay, so wait, let me go back to the beta orbiters. So beta orbiters are like, it's a concept where like like an attractive woman will have lots of dudes like texting her all the time, sending her DM, hello sweetie, can we go out on date and all, like all the time they'll be sending. So like basically beta orbiters are like orbiting all the time. Once in a while she might throw them a bone or whatever. That's what they hope for. That is beta orbiters. So ER is Elliot Rogers. Okay, so this dude made this whole incel thing popular. Till then nobody knew it. He was like an incel basically. What he did was he shot up people. And then before he did it, he put in this forum that I'm going to do this and all. And then after that, he shot people. And then after that, he became like a hero in the incel community. Like, look at this ER, Elliot Rogers is our hero and all because he did it. Because he killed women and they're like, yo, he's awesome. And he's like a young guy, he's not even like an old dude or anything. So that is like a very popular thing like ER. It'll be shortened to ER. Hypergamy, I explained to you, right? The concept. It's like women will try to go for men who are above their status and like above in looks. Like they'll never not settle for someone who's below. It's like this concept. And the 80-20 rule, like the 80% of women, 80% of women like 20% of the men. And looks matching is a concept where you have a looks match basically, like how you look and how your partner should look. This should be like a match. If it doesn't match, somebody was settled basically, So if you have a really attractive partner, she's not a looks match. Then like something like she had to settle for you. So like they like really depend on like they use this a lot. Like they keep looking at like looks matching and all. Like like this person is looks match. Like you'll hear them say things like, I went to a party. There were like 3 women who are my looks match, but they didn't pay me any attention at all. They were looking at the chads, like like that kind of a thing. Okay, so the maxing thing explained to it. LDR, I told you, the lie down and rot, where it's like nothing. There's no hope left in life. So all you can do is lie down and rot. And then cuck is like the cuck thing, right? It's become popular nowadays. Cucking is basically, it comes from the word called cuckold, which is like your partner will likes it when you are like doing sexual things with someone else. Like they get like a kick out of it. So they'll be saying, oh, this guy's cucked. It's like basically used like an insult. And there's another thing which is called the Juggernaut's law. Okay, where it is like they say that women cannot be virgins no matter what. As in not have sex. Like they can have sex. Like a woman's like potential to have sex is unstoppable, which is a Juggernaut's law. Which is why they say women can't be incels. Like femcells don't exist because women, if they want to get laid, they can get laid. It's like their thing. Okay. Okay, wait.
Could you please go back to that?
That's all.
Yeah, that's all.
Okay. Foid is like woman. Foid and femoid. See, that woman has so many dudes trying to hit on her, trying to make money and getting laid. This is like, it's like makes me want to suicide. It looks like I'll have to pull an ER as like Elliot Rogers, basically kill people.
What is the difference between rope fuel and suit fuel?
It's the same thing only, but then it's just like we can just say rope fuel is like hanging, sweep fuel is like any however you want.
What
Yeah.
is rope fuel?
Huh?
Yeah,
Oh yeah, okay. So see, pilled is like your mind has been open to newer things, right? So it's so hard being a walk-pilled cardio maxer. So this guy is basically walking everywhere, and he's doing cardio maxing, as in like he's walking everywhere. So in a car cell, as in everybody is driving a car, so they're all car cells. Gas cucked, as in everybody's using gas. Like it's so dependent on gas, so he's basically a gas. Gas is petrol. Gasoline, so like gas cucked state like Arizona, like everybody's using gasoline, so it's like that.
What does he mean?
It means like it's hard to walk around in a place where everybody is using cars to drive around. That's what it means, but it's like funny, right? It's funny, right? The sentence, it's interesting.
When it was
Okay, I mean, I guess that's it. I guess we can discuss decision maxing. We can discuss something. I mean, if you guys have any questions or like some comments.
How did you discover all these things?
I told you, right? I try to get into try to join groups, and I like just to see how their mind works and like what's going on. It's like I find it interesting.
how did you join? Because there's some kind of
Tax collection.
No. I mean, you don't have to join. I don't have to like submit.
Is it WhatsApp group, Reddit group?
No, it's like these forums. Yes, online forums are there, right? You can just join and you can just see what's going on. Yeah, this IT, this incel tier people, I told you, right? A lot of non people, they just go there just to see what's being said, and they just like try to egg them on a little bit, just to like piss them off further. Like, there's so many fake cells exist. Yeah. No, there's no rules. That's what there's no rules. There is. I mean, the languages and all stuff. That's about it. Like, if you're not able to use these terms properly, they'll be like, "This guy's a fake cell. Who is this? Get him out of here."
What is your experience like?
No, I wouldn't type anything. I wrote like a huge piece on like short cells. Like I was like, being very empathic towards them. Like height is kind of important, right, for dudes. Like, in a way. So I wrote like a huge piece and I posted it on this subreddit called Short Cell. Those guys shattered me. They're like, "Who is this guy? What it? They're like, "No, it's not true." Like they were just not able to understand only. Like,
You were basically blocking them.
a little bit. But then no, I try to like say it from a very try to come from their perspective, saying like I understand and stuff. Like pretty long I wrote. Chumma wasted my time. Yeah, but then that's about it.
Did you write in their language or your language?
No, in my language. I mean their language only. Why did I write in my language?
Then otherwise you'll be spotted.
Yeah, you fix it.
No, I even wrote I'm not short. The moment I wrote I'm not short, then it was like, okay, this guy. There's no point listening to this guy anymore. They're all black pilled, right? So they're like, there's no point literally. So,
Why did you not post the red pill community? Why did you post the black pill?
no, like I posted the short cell community, the short cell.
Oh, short cell people are black pill.
Yeah, pretty much. Not everybody, but like some people are black pilled. No, people who are like responded to hate comments are like black pilled on me because they refuse to see. Like there's no, they literally like no, nothing's gonna change. No matter what we do, it's like done. It's completely hopeless for them.
Yeah, they were thinking like, height things like I can't change my height now. There are some opens.
Yeah, it's over.
Life is over.
Oh, it's over.
Line out and
LDAR. Yeah. LDAR. That's all.
I have a question.
Yeah.
What is the origin in terms of time span? Is it all just very, very recent?
Like that website.
Or a very small subculture on the face of the internet, and it is like a passing fad, or has these kinds of words been there for like some decades?
No. So it started off with that project I told you, right? The website. It started in the late 90s. Late 90s, it started it. After that, I don't think this culture is ever gonna go because it's funny in a way. Like even I like it, right? Like these words and all, it's like funny. So even though I'm not like an incel,
those words are permeated.
yeah. And then let's say Gen Z has like appropriated most of these words. Like everybody knows, like has learned of these words, but then nobody's aware of where it
But I
came
also
from.
feel there is a small echo chamber, bubble,
Mm.
where people who get this kind of input of each other,
Yeah.
they're sort of disjointed or disconnected from other people who have perhaps more diverse perspectives.
And then like people won't use these words in their conversation with normal people because it's like a giveaway, right? Like how do you like what are these words? Like normal people, yeah, normal people won't understand only if you start using like walk pill, cardiomaxer, gas duct, and all. They're like, what is this, right? So they'll just avoid these things, and then on the forums they'll be like full typing, yo, I just saw a beta meal today or like something.
You can't ever think, say, a person who's done their education literature, and they look down and be like, this person is just absolutely poor at articulation, and they just sort of mishmashing words together to somehow get their words.
It is like that, but it gets the like what you say, like encapsulate what they want to say very very nicely, as in like a
Subcultures have
their own lingo. Yeah, so like a person is working out in order to get like chicks, so it'll be like he's gym maxing, right? So it's like very short and no. I'm not saying that. If he's doing it with that intention, he's gym maxing.
But the incel will call everybody going to the gym.
Yeah.
That possible.
Because
They do that.
for them, everyone else is also working for them.
Yeah, that's what in their mind. It's just about sex. That's it. Like nothing else matters.
Is it very big in India? I know it's probably originated
In India, no. In India, it's like in Instagram, you open every page just like incels only, but they don't know that they're incels. Like, have you seen? Like, yeah, they haven't like seen like what is saying across the ocean, right? They haven't checked yet.
What was white pill? Can you explain what white pill was?
I think white pill is like like an extreme version of like the other pills, basically. I kind of forgot. But then there's so many pills, different colors are there.
I don't think there's a positive. I don't think there's a positive.
Yeah. I think purple pill is like the only thing which is kind of positive, and even red pill in a way it kind of makes sense in a way. In a way, as in like, see, women do care about looks, money, and stuff, right? It's like it's a non-deniable fact in a way. So if you're not active, if you wanna,
hot take, but from the outside as a layperson who perhaps isn't in on the legal community, it just sounds like a bunch of people who are just eager to shit on each other. Like,
yeah, it is.
But I'm pretty sure there's some incel for that.
Shit sell, shit sell.
But this is wanting to put other people down and very radicalized, hyper-variated bunch of people. Yeah.
That's what I told you, right? These people are extremely negative. There's no support at all. If somebody is trying to better themselves, they'll be like mocking them and all. It's like a very negative group. Extremely negative.
Like a toxic, incestuous subgroup of people who are just echoing each other's thoughts.
Yeah. Super toxic.
I mean, it's problematic.
I mean, so most subcultures are like that. They take a small grain of food and they just extrapolate it, and like maybe like certain things would have some credibility, but then
Yeah, they take it to the max and they're like, this only is everything. This only is the truth.
It's very
Yeah.
extremist in everything.
It is.
Misses also nuance and a lot of things.
It
okay,
does.
I think we'll have to cut that.
Yeah.
So, you're searching, defining communities either inside your incel communities or outside that's like more data driven about
They do. Actually, if you think about it, these guys are so mathematical in their like approach. That's what they came up with laws and rules and all. No, there's something like when I talked about the looks matching, right? There's something called Rate Me, okay, where people will go and they put their photos up for rating, and then they have like completely mathematical like values for like they look at the nasolabial fold, like your eye angle, like your corners of your mouth, everything they like calculate and they're like, okay, your score is like 6 or like 5, like everything. They're so mathematical when it comes to this, like all nerds for sure. Like they're really.
But you get a chance to see the external world view, like normal world, how they are viewing this, and it's being a problematic thing. How did you get a chance how psychiatric or the psychologists are thinking about it, how to deal with it, because it is entering into the world where they are like extreme actions against them. So did you get a chance to see like how we are dealing with it?
I mean, for normal people, that's what this is very. Nobody's gonna tell out loud that I belong to these forums. I'm a part of this. Even if they're talking to a psychiatrist or someone, they're not gonna be like, I'm a red-pilled incel or something, right? They'll just keep it all like hidden. Like all these things will not come to the forefront until somebody commits an act of violence or does something. Till then, just keep it on the down low, and they'll just be talking with themselves in groups. But yeah, but normal people like us, how we react to this is like how we are reacting to it. It's like funny if you look at it.
Did you study about it, or this is like what
No. I didn't study about it. I was just like, I was interested in this.
I'm asking because after adolescence, this has come into the like mainstream discussion.
Yeah.
This exists, and how because it is also about the generation, like a generation level people are getting into this.
Yeah.
So this is going to be a big trouble.
It is.
It has actually become. Now maybe it hasn't reached to India, but in US it has already.
In India, it has reached, but then it's like Indian version.
At least not
Yeah.
at a violent level.
Yeah,
But
maybe.
in US it is happening. So it
Or we
like,
don't know.
Yeah, I don't know because I'm just looking at Indian ways growing.
This adolescence thing was very recent, right? But then I have been part of this for like very long, like some 10 years. Like it was just because very like the lingo is funny, like the mogging thing and all. I liked using it. It was funny in a way. So I just so I thought it was like nice to talk about it because many people aren't aware of this. So it's like I just wanted to make sure, like, what do you say, spread the knowledge. Yeah. Okay, thank. Like I'm done.
All right.
Thank you.